So in the last video, we talked about how you run your Turo business so successfully. How can somebody like me or someone that doesn't have any experience with Turo start?
So I think the best way to start on Turo would be just look up videos of how the whole business works and actually just posting your car and seeing if it actually hits the algorithm to be rented in your city. The cool thing about Turo is you could post it as quick as 5 minutes. You could erase it in a minute if your car, if you don't want your car in there anymore. If you only feel comfortable renting your car at $100 a day, nothing less, then you could put that price and that premium so your car would never get rented for less. But there's some people on Turo that want their car rented out every day, so they'll rent it for $60 a day. The best way to do it is honestly just getting on the app and feeling comfortable with it.
Trial and error.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know when this is releasing, but we are dropping a Turo course in July. So if you guys want to learn more, I have a Turo course.
You're saying that they should look on YouTube if they want to get started, right? Do some research. What would you recommend as a starter car? What car should somebody start with?
So I think as a starter car, any economical car would do great just because those cars are always wanting to be rented, right? You know, Honda, Nissan, Toyota, anything like that that's somewhat newer, 2015 and newer, that you're not going to become rich off the car or anything, but the car will definitely...
It's a good starter, yeah. Exactly. Just to get your feet wet with Turo.
Exactly. You'll see how the numbers work, you'll see how everything works, the drop-off process, the pickup process, and it's just kind of, you'll see the clientele it brings in and out, and you'll just, like you said,
get a feel from the area and stuff.
But I definitely think if you live in a tropical area, the best cars would be like a Jeep, a drop-top Mustang, just because those are like $25,000 and people think they're sports cars.
And they pay more, they feel like a premium.
But honestly, there's cars like mid-end SUVs around like 15K.
So how did you guys get started?
So we had a AMG C63, and unfortunately got totaled recently. But me and my business partner, we were driving to Miami, and the car actually was just sitting here for 2 weeks. So he actually called a friend to post it on Turo for him. By the time we came back, it made enough money to buy its own wrap. So we got it wrapped, and the car already had like bookings for like 2 months. So then that's when we bought the G-Wagon and the i8 pretty much within the same month. And we were just like, just keep going, and then we get the Tesla, and then we just kind of started seeing all the numbers start working out and making it basically seem like all these cars are free in a way. They just all pay themselves off and stuff, and the insurance is very low once you start adding all these cars. Yeah. But it was definitely with that AMG, just kind of like, we don't want it sitting, we'll just rent it. And that's how a lot of people do start on Turo, is just an extra car in their house or whatever.
It's an extra car. You just put it on Turo.
Exactly.
What kind of personality would you say is required for Turo?
Honestly, you don't even have to have any interaction with the customer ever. You could always just leave the car at your house or drop it off where they want, and you just kind of put a code box on the window, leave the key in there, text someone it's there, they send you a picture of their ID next to their face, and you don't even have to meet the person.
So you don't really need like to be like outgoing or anything. You can just be introverted and just handle everything. Like you can even do like a keyless drop off and pick it up.
So they just pick it up. So we have one on the door right there. So any drop off after 8 p.m. or any pickup before 9 a.m. You know, we don't want to be here that early or that late, so we just kind of keep the keys in there, and they just come pick up the car, never meet us or anything. I guess if you know how to text and have good grammar, that's all you need to do.
That's all you really need, and after that, everything could be automated if you want it to be. So what would you say the pros and cons of this business are?
The pros are you get to drive these exotic cars and your dream cars for free. The cons are you can't have any attachment to them. If you want to modify them, your modifications are probably going to get messed up. Our carbon fiber got messed up, things like that. Just when you modify a car, you know, you want to get new wheels or rims because you want to make your car look good, you're going to get curb rash on them. But you know, the pros is you definitely get all these cars for free, and you just get to enjoy a level of luxury of cars that you never thought you could because of the price point.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they pretty much pay for themselves, plus extra.
Exactly.
What was one of your worst experiences in Turo, and how'd you overcome it?
So we had a guy, he rented our G-Wagon, and he actually crashed into In-N-Out. He was drunk, and he paid for full coverage on Turo. You know, the whole going back and forth with Turo. When we first got the quote, we got the quote for exterior damage, and it was like $6,000. But when the car went to the shop, there's interior damage as well, like I guess like things you couldn't see from pictures or like from the outside. So it ended up being an $11,000 cost. And then Turo was like, I don't want to pay for that because you only showed us this and that, and it was just a huge back and forth for like 2 months. And they only ended up paying half of the remaining, so we actually
you guys took a loss like
right there. $3,000 on that, But I mean, the car makes that in like two weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, so you guys bounced back really easily.
We just kind of overcame it really quickly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But it was out for like a month and a half, so that kind of does suck.
Oh yeah, because you're losing money too. Yeah, and they don't really cover that in any way.
Not with our profit split now.
So that's like a con right there, is that if something does happen, then you can't really rent out the car because it's in the shop getting fixed.
So that's why it goes back to, if you can't afford the car to pay a monthly, never buy the car.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. What are some words of encouragement for somebody just just starting?
I think just always keep your head high and never get annoyed at people returning your car late or dirty, or always just try to keep a positive mindset when someone doesn't respond to your phone call, they're dropping off the car an hour late or something. Things like that always happen, and it's kind of like, it's frustrating because you're like, where's my car, or I'm dropping this off. But I think it's just always remembering that your car's in good hands with Turo, and they would always cover it no matter what, even if you do have to come out of pocket. Just always keeping your head up.
Keeping your head up.
Yeah, and just always trying to look at the positives of everything, because there's a lot of...
There's always ups and downs in every
Always.
business.
Yeah.
So what did you do before Turo?
Before Turo, I do e-commerce, and I used to build custom motorcycles and photography.
That's awesome. I mean, how do you even start with that, custom motorcycles?
Well, I started doing photography of them first at a shop, and then it just kind of became like I was there so often, and just asked me if I wanted to help out, so I started learning how to take them apart and stuff. So.
And then this one thing led to another.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I left that when I started e-commerce, and then e-commerce is kind of what I do full-time away from Turo.
So you're only 19, man. So what keeps you motivated to be doing all this stuff? What's your why?
Trying to retire young. Yeah, retiring young, traveling. I've got to experience, even this year alone, we're in April, I went to Dubai, Colombia, Hawaii.
That's insane.
Yeah, we're
At
going
19 years old.
We're going to
19 years old.
Punta Cana next month, the Philippines after that.
Wow.
So it's like just knowing that I could do this so young, and thinking about if I do this for 10 more years, I could do this like permanently without having to work that much, or just being a business owner or something that I don't have to be there 24/7. I think that's what really motivates me, and I guess financial freedom and all, just being able to spend time with family and stuff.
So you're already making a lot of money with Turo, with e-commerce. What's the craziest purchase you made?
Well, besides my car, probably the watch. I bought it in Dubai. I told my business partners when we all flew out there, I was like, I need to buy something to remember my trip to Dubai. And also like...
Nothing better than a Rolex.
Yeah, and I'm like, we all got to congratulate ourselves for doing something. And
yeah,
I bought this because it's an asset of, I'm never going to lose money on it. Or if I do, I would make basically what I paid for it. But I think it's sentimental that you'll never have to sell.
Yeah, how much was it, the Rolex?
I think this one's $13,500.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
It's not. Pricier than
But
Dubai,
but when you're
cheaper.
19, man, when you're 19, it's a little questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pricier than, if you need a Rolex, go to Dubai, you'll find them a lot cheaper. And they give you tax credit back at the airport.
All right, well, I think that we're gonna wrap up this interview. Naim, I wanna thank you for taking the time to talk about your success with Turo and just how other people can get started. If you guys wanna stay up to date with Naim, you can follow him on Instagram at Naim Garcia. We're gonna put it on the screen. Is there anything you wanna say, Naim?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram. You guys could DM me if you have any questions, as well as if you guys do wanna start Turo, I will have the course available by then, and you guys could definitely take a look at that and start your own business.
Make sure you guys look out for that course. There's gonna be a lot of valuable information in there, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Later.